Hello everyone, this is Cindy and I'm back with another part of the December dailies, which for me is like December every 3 or 4 dailies, but just been busy doing other projects. So anyway, I think last time I did a video, I had pulled out these index tabs and said I was going to sew the spine or whatever you want to call it on there. I glued it and then I sewed around it, and I didn't do that on camera. So that's all I did. I just took these two index tabs, laid them side by side, took a strip of paper, and fabric, just did enough gluing to hold it in place, and took it to my sewing machine and stitched around it. So now we're going to decorate it. And I just pulled out a couple of things just to kind of get an idea of which direction I wanted to go. And the first thing I want to do was I just want to put a background stamp on it. So I'm just going to use my walnut distress ink because I have a black, but it is real smudgy, and I wanted just to be able to get going real quick on this. So yeah, that worked out well. So just using the walnut, and this is just a stamp I've had forever. Got it, I guess, at Hobby Lobby probably. Anyway, so I decided just pulled some bits and pieces, and over to the side of the camera's area here, I've got a whole pile of stuff. So this squirrel came from the kit, so I thought maybe I would just put him on here. And he came, I think, already cut straight on the bottom, so I was just thinking I'd put him there. And this is some cheesecloth, and I have a whole bundle of cheesecloth. I got 2 of these after Halloween sale, and I haven't dyed either one. I have a bunch that's dyed, but I couldn't find it. But I figured for this journal, I really don't mind it being white. So, and I put it right here by my camera, so I'll quit losing my cheesecloth. So anyway, now we put this squirrel down with some cheesecloth behind him, and then I'll fray it a little bit more when I get it glued down. And maybe just this little paper fringe, whatever you want to call it, that I sewed with just a strip of paper and ruffled it on the sewing machine. Then I got just a little piece of leftover lace there, and then I have a stamp that I found. Here it is. I've had this forever too. So I stamped it, and I thought, well, we'll just put it with that lace. We'll do that on the cover. So that's the plan for the cover, and then we'll talk about the inside in a minute. And like I said in the last video, I'm not sure where I'm going to put this in the journal. It's not coming up next in the journal because I don't have a pocket large enough for it. So whenever we get there, we'll figure out where we want it. So just get a little bit of glue, and I'm still working with the 2 bottles of Fabri-Tac that are just almost dried up. So just put a big blob of that down, and should be enough glue coming through to glue the squirrel down. I'm really not a big fan of squirrels because, oops, I forgot to put this down. I fight them in my country, so they usually win. I have a machine that makes this loud noise to scare them off. Of course, it's so irritating that it's just not worth the battle. So anyway, so I don't feel like celebrating squirrels, but since I had him, I thought I'd go ahead and put him down and use him. And I'm just putting some glue there to put that lace down. And then we'll just glue the stamped image that I had previously stamped, just to save a little bit of time. So, and then I was just going to try to pull this cheesecloth a little bit and kind of fray it up a little. Now it's going to stick to my fingers. And I think I'll trim it a little bit. Okay, yep, sticking to my fingers. All right, so that's what it looks like, just on the cover. And then on the inside, I pulled a few things. One of them is this pocket from the kit, A Winter's Tale by Artie Mays. And since it had the squirrel, I thought it'd fit fine there. And then here's just this journaling card from a kit too that should go there. And then I took some, just some coffee dyed paper and just cut 4 pieces, and I did some decal scissors on the edge, and then just sewed a piece of silver rickrack on the top just to give it a little finish. And I'm going to glue it here as a pad of paper. So we'll glue this stuff in real quick. And this pocket, if it had a tab on the bottom, I either cut it off or something, but we'll just glue there. Give the bottom to the pocket. And then just run some glue down, some Fabri-Tac down over the stitching. And just glue that in. And this tag is ready to go. Maybe. There we go. I thought about cutting out those gussets because I thought that could give me a problem, but I didn't. Oops, that slipped. Didn't quite let it hold long enough. But anyway, that's the front and the insides. And I debated about the back. I wasn't sure what to do on the back, so I had thought at one time I had some tissue paper I might put back there, or then I thought about just leaving it blank. So I'm thinking at this point I'm just going to leave it blank because you can journal there, and I might add something later, but we're just going to leave it blank for now. So that's there. And then the next page in the book, and by the way, the if you watched any of the other videos, the beading that I had put on with hot glue, part of it came off and I used Fabri-Tac, and so far it's still doing fine with the Fabri-Tac. So, and then I had not stitched around this, so it seems to be doing okay as well. So our next page was these here, and I'm not doing a thing to them. We got journaling lines on that as well. I could put a snowflake, but I really like it up against that blue. So that is a very simple, easy thing to do. This was just one that was in my stash. I've had it forever. It was just, I'm not even sure, part of a kit somewhere along the way. And I'm just putting a little bit of glue on it, and we're going to put it in this corner. And this is, I think you can see, the sun is peeking through. I've been trying to block through the blinds, and I guess I missed some. But anyway, this blue lined paper. So I don't want to do a lot to it. Just put that snowflake on. And how much time we got? 7 minutes. So like I said, it's really hard for me to upload right now with my internet. So I'm going to end it there. But I see this is already pretty thick, so I don't want to put a whole lot on the back. But somewhere along the way, we'll find a pocket maybe to put it in. And if we don't find one, then we will just, well, you know what? How about there? Yeah, that works. Because that's coming up. We'll just put it there. If we find someplace better, we'll just move it later. But that works pretty good right there. So anyway, that's all for today. And thanks for bearing with me. Bye.